Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today I'm just going to be testing out a few new products that I have purchased. So if you want to see what those are, please continue watching. And if you are new to my channel, the biggest welcome to you. And please consider hitting that subscribe and notification bell and join our amazing family here. Okay, you guys, let's just hop right into this one. I'm super excited. I'm down in my basement with this adorable backdrop. It is my ultimate favorite. I love when I get to put it up. I get so excited every year to do so. I wish I could keep it up all year because it is so cute. But yeah, I have my two little Santas going on. I have my little Christmas tree here. Yeah, it just puts me in the holiday vibe to be down here with this backdrop. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. But what I'm here for today is I went to Walgreens and I saw this palette. It was on, or actually, it's a portfolio, and it's regularly $20, and it was on sale for 10. I couldn't pass it up. I'm like, $10. But I purchased one last year, and it is through the same company, and I think they do this every year around the holidays. And what it is a portfolio, and it's by Profusion, and again, $10, you guys, and wait till you see it. And it's called Glamourland. And when you open it up, it has all of this in here. It's unbelievable. All these are shadows here. These are some blushes, highlight and contour, and these are glitters down there. So you get all of this, you guys, for $10. It's just unbelievable. I used it for TikTok the other day, and I really enjoyed it. I'm super happy with it. Again, last year I purchased one was super powdery. Just powder was going everywhere. It still was good, but it just was a little much, so I ended up giving that away. This one I think I'm gonna keep because it's pretty handy. Everything's in it. The look that I came up with on TikTok, I really enjoyed. I like the formula, but I know a lot of you don't follow me there on Instagram, but if you would like to, please come join me over on both platforms. My information will be in the description box below. But yeah, I'm going to come up with a totally different look today. Let's pull this hair back and got my little handy dandy clips here. And what I think I'm going to do today is use some tape, and it's just regular masking tape because I'm out of my L strips. And before I always apply it, I put it on the back of my hand or, on your sweater just to take that super tackiness off. And that way, when you go to remove the tape, it doesn't take your skin along with it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit there. Okay, and I am going to prime my eyes a little bit with my P. Louise Dupe by Onus that you can get on Amazon. I do enjoy this primer. It can be a tad tacky. So if that happens to you when you use it, like you feel like it's just way too tacky, wait for it to dry down completely. Maybe wait 2 or 3 minutes before you go on with your shadows, or dust it lightly with like a translucent powder or any kind of powder. So since I've been doing a lot of pinks lately, I think I'm just going to keep it neutral. I might use some greens here. I love this olive green down here. So we're just going to play around a little bit here. So the first shade I'm going to start with is tea here. Let's see what this looks like. Hopefully it's not too orange. I'm just going in and tapping just to see what that shade is. And it is a little on the peach orange side, but that's okay. I am going to go over this with some other shadows. I'm just going to lay this down very lightly. And I'm going to keep most of the color on this outer portion of my eye. Yeah, you guys, so I had so much fun at my work party. I have talked to you, a few of you about it, but yeah, it turned out amazing. We had a blast. So that Top Golf is just so much fun. It was a great bonding experience for, all of us employees. So yeah, we had a great time. And then we went, the doctor had got a hotel. He lives far away from where we were at. And the hotel was really nice. And we exchanged our gifts there. So I'm a little nervous, you guys. I know a few of you might know. Again, if you follow me over on Instagram, tonight I'm actually doing a live with a fellow YouTuber here. Her and I, we met about a year ago here on YouTube. And she has, like I said, like a channel, and I'll put all her information down below. Um, and she contacted me and said, "Hey, do you want to do a live on Instagram?" And I was like, absolutely. I've never done anything on Instagram. I've done lives here, but I've never done one over there. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I'm a little nervous, you guys, because that's just an entirely different platform. So hopefully that goes well tonight. Next shade I think I'm going to use here is Ride. And it does look like it has like a brown. And now let me swatch that before I go ahead and do that. Yeah, it's like a just a nice brown shade that's pretty neutral. I think that will go with this look. I'm just gonna put that on the outer portion of my eye. Again, you guys, I'm basically just tapping my brush in these palettes because it is pretty pigmented. Was really impressed with it. So I literally am just tapping the brush and lightly putting it on my eye. I'm applying such little pressure, you guys. So I'm just basically just sweeping. Kind of want a slight cat eye look going on here. That's why I'm just bringing it up on the tape a little bit and just slightly sweeping it over to my inner corner. Just laying down very, very little pigment right there. So have you guys been going to any Christmas parties? Or what are you guys, do you have any plan on any coming up? And what are you guys doing? I'd love to hear what everybody is doing for their work parties. If you guys have them, I know some companies don't even have them, like my husband. And he worked for a pretty big facility and they do nothing for the holidays. So that's kind of a bummer. I just love work parties. I think it's good for the employees, like again, like I said, it's a nice bonding experience. So yeah, I'm just interested if you guys are doing anything with your work. I'm going to just go with a flat brush here and basically just put it at the tip of that brush and relax my eye and come over a little bit um, because when I'm at that relaxed state with my hooded eyes, you really can't see it. So I'm just going to add a little bit right there. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna go in with the shade here, Drama. And again, that's more like a olive green. That's what it looks like in the pan. And I'm gonna put a pretty generous amount on my brush, and then I'm going to spray it. I really liked how that turned out the other day when I used it with my Juicy Jazz palette. I love how that works out when you spray the brush. It does add a lot more pigment and yeah, I just really enjoyed that. So I think I'm going to do that again today. I'm using my brush from the crayon case, and this is just a great brush for any cut crease or to even mimic one. And it's super affordable. It comes in a kit on their website. It's $11. I believe it's called Oh, I know. I think it's called like the ink crayon or something like that. But yeah, I will link that in the description box below that kit. It's $11. Again, you get four brushes. I really only use this brush, but even that, it's worth that $11. Okay, so I did cover up a little bit of that cut crease, so I am going to go back in with that flat brush and just add a little bit of the dark cover color just above the green end. That looks so pretty. And wait till you see these glitters, you guys. I'm gonna use the shade here, Throne, and I'm basically just going to tap my finger in there, you guys. I literally just have to tap and watch how this just amps it up just enough. Like if I was going out, I would probably add way more glitter. But yeah, I'm just going shopping, you guys. So I don't want a ton of glitter. I'm just gonna put a very light layer, just enough to add just a little sparkle. And look how that just changed it. It is so pretty. Now I'm just going to go into that Ride, that little dark shade, and I'm going to just mesh that into the green here just so there's not that harsh line. Okay, you guys, that's what it looks like. Super, super pretty. Again, so let's take the tape off and see how even I made things. If you go back here just to soften that edge just a little bit. Some people really like that sharp edge, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. But just for my eye, I do like to just soften it just a touch. And I do have a little bit of glitter just on this eye, so I am going to just wipe that away. Let's go on to the complexion, and we'll come back to this palette in just a second. So I think what I'm going to do today, what I chose, is I'm actually not going to forget this time, you guys. I am going to put on my Master Blur Stick This covers your pores and softens your wrinkles. If you are new and have never seen this, so it looks like this. The only problem is that it is not easy to find in stores, but they do offer it on their website. And then I am going to go in with my Maybelline 4 in 1. This, I absolutely love this. The dupe for Charlotte Tilbury, supposedly. I don't know. I don't own that, but it does give you a beautiful glow on your skin. And the great thing is it works beautifully as a primer. And you're just gonna see such a glow on my face. So again, the reason why I love this, you guys, it does give me a beautiful glow. It evens out my skin tone, works great as a primer. So those are the benefits that I enjoy. So I found a new product. I think it's new. It's new to me for sure, but it's through Maybelline and it's their 4 in 1. And this, I believe, is like a foundation. It's a whipped foundation. So I thought the two of these might work well together. So what they're saying, this is a primer, a powder, concealer, and BB cream. And I got mine in the shade light medium 02. So there wasn't many shades, you guys. There's like only four, like the same scenario with this. So the packaging is pretty neat. It's just like a little squeeze tube. And let's take a look at the shade. Oh boy, I kind of took a look at it. Oh no, I think it's going to be okay. It's super whippy. I don't know if you guys can even tell that, but oh, yeah, that's like a mousse. Oh, boy. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm a little nervous. Sometimes, like mousse, type consistencies can be a little drying. So let's hope not. Hopefully, it's not too dark on my skin. Hopefully, once I start moving it around, it's going to lighten up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little Anissa brush here. And I don't know how to apply this. I don't know what would be better, sponge, a brush, your hand. I'm going to try it with the brush first. This is going to be an iffy one, you guys. This could be drying. Now, if you have oily skin, um, this might work really well for you. I just find like anything with powders in it is just too drying for me. Of course, I'm applying it with my hands. I just want to see which one works the best. Let's take a look. I feel like I got more coverage with the brush than using my hand. Ooh, I don't know about this one, you guys. Yeah, I just feel like it's kind of just going right into those pores. So let me try using my brush. Yeah, this one you might want to use a brush. Let me try it with a sponge. And no, definitely not with the sponge, you guys. Definitely not with the sponge. You might be able to go back in and, push it down, but no, but this is not very hydrating at all. So, first impression, going in right away, I'm not sure about this one, you guys. Not one of my favorites, that's for sure, upon application. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Yeah, yeah, this is not very flattering on my skin at all. It's just accentuating any dry patches I may have. Again, like it's just like going into the pores, even with a pore primer. Yeah, this, nope. Okay. We're just going to move on from that. So, no, I'm not a big fan of this, but I had to give it a try because I absolutely love this. Once I put on my setting spray and stuff, hopefully everything will calm down and not look so bad. Today, I want to try the Ordinary Concealer. I've had these and I forgot they were in my drawer. Now, I was looking at the shades a little earlier, and one is definitely too light, and that is right here. And this is in the shade 1.2N, and this one's in the shade 2.0YG. So I think what I'm going to do is mix the two, and I'm going to use my new beautiful brush from the kids. They purchased this for me, and it's through Rose and Ben, and it's a great concealer brush. Let's see. Oh gosh, you guys, I hope this isn't too dry too. I'm just going to add a little bit under the eye. And then I'm really going to clean up over here. Now, this is a drier formula, but not too bad. I think you would want to work quickly with it. So I feel like I need to go in and move this around really fast. but it does have really nice coverage, I will say that. And I'm glad I mixed the 2 because it's almost like my perfect shade. This isn't too bad, you guys. I actually am happy with this ordinary. I was super nervous because on my hand, it really felt super dry. Like I said, you're going to want to move really fast if you do get it, and it's super affordable. So the key is if it's going to crease or anything like that. So, yeah, not too bad. Okay, the bad thing is I have just glitter everywhere. Unfortunately, it didn't stay like it did the other day. I probably should have sprayed. For some reason, it really stuck to my eye the other day. Today, it's just kind of moving around. So you'd probably want to use a little bit of glitter glue when using those glitters. Okay, so today I'm going to go in with my number 7. I grabbed a new one because my other one is pretty much done. So, and I got mine in the shade light. Yeah, I just love their powders. So that is what it looks like. So it's a little light, but I'd rather have my powders a little light than too dark. And especially because I just go into the T zone really. Okay, you guys, with a little tip, if you do have a bunch of glitter going all around your face, try using just like a spoolie, and it does kind of just sweep it right away. Yeah, unfortunately, this glitter is not wanting to stay on my eye today. I don't know what I did so different the other day, but it did stay. So I'm just going to try to remove this glitter because it's just all over. And so basically, that whole glitter came off. So if you want to use the glitters, use a glitter glue. And maybe if I would have sprayed, even with the setting spray, it would have stayed on a little better. Yeah, they are gorgeous, and I wore it the other day, and it was really pretty. So for some reason, it just didn't want to stay today. So I did pretty much wipe all of it off. Again, just use a spoolie, and it really just flicks it right off instead of trying to even use a powder brush. Okay, so let's go back into the palette. And now that I have everything pretty much powdered, I'm not even going to powder the perimeter because, again, this product is kind of powdery. So I don't want to make my face any more matte. Okay, so let's go back into the palette. I'm going to mix these 2 shades here as my bronzer. This is a pretty decent bronzer. It really has a nice pigment. They're not super powdery. Go in. I'm just going to go in and sculpt up right here and try to make my cheekbone seem a little bit more sunken in. Get rid of these chunky cheeks here. And look at the difference already. That is so amazing. If you place your bronzer or contour right in the right spot, it really does thin down that area. I might mix these 2 here. I think that will go more with that transition shade. I'm just going to mix those. And the one has like a little bit of shimmer in it. So I think that will help with all the matte that's going on here. Again, I just kind of been sweeping that into my eye. And it just kind of makes it blend even better. And I'm going to take my sponge, kind of tap it in there, even though I don't think there's really any product. It's so dry on the sponge, but we will definitely try. I think that looks pretty good. I do love that shade of blush. Okay, so let's try a highlighter in this palette. I think I'm going to try the shade here, Lit, and it's more like a champagne color. I'm just going to add a little bit. Ooh, it seemed like a lot. I'm glad I tapped that off. And I'm just going to go into right there. So, oh, you know what? These are really nice. These are very subtle, and I'm sure you can build them up as how intense you want them. But yeah, these are super subtle. Okay, let's check out these under eyes now that everything should be pretty much. Gosh, I don't even know if I would even need to put anything on it, um, because it just dried down so nicely. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna spray it ever so slightly on my sponge, and just set that down with a little bit of setting spray, not a lot. Again, it just is like the perfect little coverage and has dried down just perfectly. I don't know if my under eyes were super hydrated, but yeah, that looks really, really good. Pretty impressed with the Ordinary concealer. All right, so I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to go with first the shade T. Put that under the eye. I'm going to go into the shade Ride and I'm going to try to bring that up into that sharp edge that I got going on. I'm just going to try to weld those together. And you guys, my choice of words, I'm telling you, I don't know where I come up with them, but I am trying to connect that just so it does seem a little seamless. And the brush I'm using here is like a nice angle brush that I got from that Morphe kit. I'm telling you, I love that little 12.99 Morphe kit. But yeah, what I did was just, just try to, again, almost like a liner. And so I brought it up just so it all connects really nice. Then I got a new liner. It's not new, but it's new to me. It's through Essence, and this is their long-lasting brown felt tip liner. So I would like to try this one, and I'm just going to start in the middle of my eye. I'm not going to go all the way to my inner corner, so I'm just starting like right there, and I'm just going. Ooh, I like this. This is a nice um, brown. It's pretty deep. I'm just going to add a little bit. I'm not wanting to add a lot of drama there. I already got that wing going on there. I just want to add a little bit of oomph to this upper lip. So that is basically it. I don't want to, again, I'm not even going to try to create a wing because I basically already have a fake wing going on over with what I did with the tape. I really like this liner. I like this brown. It's super easy to work with because, it has, pretty thick and firm tip on there. So yeah, I really like that. Super glad with that purchase. And for lips, I'm going to line my lips with my Essence because duh. You guys, this is one of the most, I think, universal shades. It really goes with so many lipsticks. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. I love the formula. I love the shade. And then I'm going to use, this is through Wet and Wild, and this is their Mega Last. This is in the shade Never Nude. So that's what that looks like here. Hopefully that will go with this look. Yeah, this is a more dry formula, but it does stay on pretty good. I have a few others in this line, and yeah, it stays on really well. So I do like that color. I think with this look, it goes really well. I am just going to add a little bit of this Maybelline. Ooh, I got a lot going on in this hand. I gotta find a blank spot here. And it just has just a little bit of glitter. And I like just putting it on the back of my hand and just tapping my lips. So the reason why I put it on the back of my hand, you guys, is I don't like the lipstick that gets on the wand to go back into this tube. One of my pet peeves. Okay, so now let's wipe the back of my hand before I get that all over. I am going to spray my face and try to set this down. Now, I will say, the longer that this has sat on my face and with all the other products, it's not so bad. Now, right here, any dry spots, yeah. So, again, it's not one of my favorites on my skin. If you have super dry skin, this probably is definitely not for us. I mean, it's not god awful. I could definitely go out in public and not be extremely embarrassed, but it's just definitely not one of my favorites. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm using my e.l.f. and this is the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. And I think this will be great. And it does seem to be helping because I do have a better glow going on now than just that matte. Yeah, it really didn't help right here. But everywhere else, it doesn't look horrible. I'm actually going to use my Thrive mascara. Unfortunately, I forgot my lash curlers, so hopefully this will be okay. And I do love this mascara. It's a tubing mascara, but it does stay on your lashes. You will not get any transfer. You will not get any smudging, flaking, any of that. Once it's on and dried on, it stays on. And the great thing is it comes off super easy. Just so you know, it is like a metal um, packaging, so it is a little heavier. Like this wand is a little heavy. So if you know you do have a problem holding heavier objects, this it might be a little challenge. If you guys are new to my channel, I use this when applying my mascara because I just make a mess, and yet somehow this happened. I have mascara all over here. Now again, when that happens, I just take a clean spoolie and you can just basically flick it away. Okay, you guys, so this is today's look. I'm actually I love this palette. This is just amazing for $10. I mean, come on, it is just unbelievable. Look all that you get. Yeah, and even $20, this would be worth the money. It's decent makeup. I mean, the shadows are pretty nice. Again, those glitters are really good, you guys. You seen once I put it when I first applied it, they're absolutely gorgeous. I just know now I do need to use a glitter glue. The other day, like I said, I don't know how it stayed on, but it did. Yeah, I think I did have like a lot of the setting spray that was on when I did do that little crease, you know. So it did stick with that. Okay, this, I just don't know. I think if you have oily skin, I think this might work really well with you. I just have mature skin that does have a lot of dry spots because I do use a lot of acids and stuff. So my skin is always overturning. It just doesn't look good on my skin. But it wasn't horrible. I mean, it's not horrible now that it's sat and I did spray it. Um, and what else? What did I get this new? Okay, this was new and new to me, and I really like it, you guys. Has anyone used these concealers? I love their foundation too. On my skin, it does work. I'm trying to get a little closer for you guys so you can see how smooth it looks. I mean, it is really nice. Now you still can see a little bit of the darkness, and I'm sure if I would have built it up, but I was afraid to use too much, for my first time. But um, I really like it. Have you guys tried the Ordinary Concealer? Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. Okay, and I think that's pretty much all that was new. Oh, I like this eyeliner for Essence, so super happy with that. I like how this eye look turned out. It was pretty much a successful day. Again, if you guys see this at Walgreens, you should pick it up. It is so good for $10. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me that thumbs up. I love and appreciate you guys. And until next time.